Congressman Cohen, you have introduced 5 articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump, and you are calling upon Congress to start impeachment hearings. Why now?
Well, I think there's been times before when they could have been brought. I mean, from almost the beginning of his administration, he's done things that have been difficult to bear for people that are used to American presidents who exhibit grace and aplomb and intelligence and awareness. But he's committed acts concerning his business practices, his businesses and money he's made, which are in violation of our Constitution, called the Emoluments Clause. And then he came up with the firing of James Comey, which I thought was a very low point in American history, and I think that was an obstruction of justice. So these things have occurred, and I've held back and held back and held back, and then finally what happened at Charlottesville really was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. What happened at Charlottesville, Virginia, where neo-Nazis and Ku Klux Klansmen paraded with impunity, as they should, I guess, in a free country, but they marched and waved Nazi flags and talked about Jews will not take our jobs, Jews will not replace us, and seeing what happened in Charlottesville reminded me of Kristallnacht. And being Jewish, I said, I cannot sit back and let this happen in my country.
Your own party, Democratic Party leaders, say that they don't think that impeachment is some place they should go to. So you don't have a backing in your own party to start impeachment hearings.
No, I don't, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to do and doing what I think is right. I support Leader Pelosi, and I'm a proud member of the Democratic Party, but I think we've been too timid too many times. And I think the people that are the hardcore Trump people, they're not going to like the impeachment. Some of them have sent me responses about a civil war, and you're not going to like what's going to come, and you're going to be the enemy, and we've got guns, and blah, blah, blah. Those aren't the people the Democrats are ever going to get politically. I think that the leadership is thinking politically, and I understand politically because it's a political world, and we want to get a majority in Congress in 2018. But I think you still have to speak out on the truth, and I think our base appreciates the truth. I'm doing this because I felt compelled to do it with Charlottesville. And I've lived through Richard Nixon, and I know what it's like to have a corrupt criminal, not corrupt per se, but criminal as president. I think we've got that situation now.
But the Republicans have control of both houses in Congress.
Yes, so I think the likelihood of it happening,
no chance of
the likelihood of it
success.
happening is slim and none, and slim is the long shot. But at the same time, if the Democrats who believe that he's committed impeachable offenses and who have districts that support them in that don't come forward and bring the subject up and start the debate, how do you expect the Republicans whose districts right now are supportive of Trump and against impeachment to ever have the guts to come forth and go, listen, the country and our democracy are at risk to this individual, and that so you have to start somewhere. So I did it.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.